A lot has happened across the world of RTS games recently. New demos have arrived, developers have unveiled fresh updates, and several upcoming strategy games have taken another step forward. Here's everything you need to know. Let's get into it. The Last General continues to make rapid progress, with the latest alpha expanding to more playtesters and adding major improvements across the board. June's updates introduced aerial dogfights, a new fighter jet, better vehicle handling, stabilized mounted weapons, smoother animations, controller and HOTAS support, improved pathfinding, and a long list of optimization and bug fixes. The developer has also started preparing FPV drones, guided weapon targeting, and more advanced battlefield systems for future testing. The Last General is a modern military RTS where infantry, tanks, artillery, helicopters, and aircraft fight across large-scale battlefields. It places a strong emphasis on drones, precision weapons, and tactical command, aiming to capture the complexity of modern warfare. Endeavor Rite of Passage has received another substantial update, adding fresh content while continuing to refine the overall experience. The highlight is a brand new 16-mission campaign for the Presidium faction, alongside 3 larger skirmish maps, improved explosion, and superweapon effects. Better UI scaling across different resolutions, customizable key bindings, and continued progress toward multiplayer support. Endeavor Rite of Passage is a sci-fi RTS inspired by classic Command & Conquer style gameplay. Players choose between unique factions, build bases, gather resources, and command large armies while using powerful abilities and devastating superweapons to defeat their opponents. ZeroSpace continues to receive steady updates following its early access launch, with the latest patch focusing on matchmaking, galactic war, and gameplay improvements. Matchmaking is now more reliable, AI mission difficulty scales better, unit selection has been refined, and Galactic War rewards now highlight item drops more clearly after each mission. The update also fixes several crashes, replay issues, minimap interactions, and other bugs to make the overall experience smoother. For anyone jumping in for the first time, ZeroSpace is a sci-fi RTS featuring 4 unique factions, a story-driven campaign, competitive multiplayer, co-op survival, and its Galactic War mode. With a wide roster of heroes, mercenary factions, and regular post-launch updates, it already offers plenty of ways to play while development continues. Planetary Annihilation Titans has rolled out another major community update, introducing Ranked Season 16 alongside new mechanics, balance changes, and quality of life improvements. The update adds 2 new ranked maps, reworks several units including the Helios Titan and Icarus, improves co-op Galactic War, and delivers a long list of gameplay fixes and performance optimizations as the community continues expanding and supporting the game. For anyone new to it, Planetary Annihilation Titans is a large-scale sci-fi RTS where battles stretch across entire solar systems instead of a single map. Players build massive armies, fight across multiple planets, deploy experimental superweapons, and can even destroy entire worlds to defeat their opponents. The Scouring continues to receive regular updates, with the latest adding full controller support, improved gamepad controls, and a new radial quick actions menu for Heroes mode. The developer has also introduced camera shake, unit dialogue, balance changes for several units, and quality of life improvements like automatic worker assignment and better cursor snapping. These updates are available in both the full game and parts of the demo. The Scouring is a fantasy RTS, where humans and orcs battle across land and sea using armies, heroes, and powerful abilities. It combines classic base building with large-scale battles, while ongoing updates continue expanding the game ahead of its full campaign. Sanctuary Shattered Sun has officially released its public demo, giving players their first chance to try the game while development continues toward its planned early access launch. Since then, the developers have been polishing the demo with several updates, fixing Linux resolution issues, improving range ring visuals, correcting tutorial bugs, balancing high-tier units, adding an Iranian translation, and addressing a variety of gameplay and interface problems. In case you missed its reveal, Sanctuary Shattered Sun is a large-scale sci-fi RTS set on a massive Dyson sphere. You'll build a base, gather resources, command huge armies across land, air, and sea, and unleash powerful experimental weapons while fighting for control of the battlefield. The demo already offers a solid look at the game's scale and strategic depth. Defcon 0 Frontlines of Tomorrow continues to share regular development updates, with the latest one highlighting steady progress across several parts of the project. Recent reveals include new units like the Bulldog anti-air upgrade, the tactical medical vehicle, and the Warden armored transport. While the newest developer update also showcases ongoing work on additional features and improvements as the team moves closer to its first playable demo. For anyone seeing it for the first time, Defcon 0 Frontlines of Tomorrow is a modern military RTS where players command futuristic armies, build bases, gather resources, and battle across large-scale battlefields. Each faction features its own vehicles, support units, and tactical options, with the developers continuing to expand the roster and core gameplay through frequent updates. Company of Heroes 3 Final Stand is almost here, with the standalone wave defense experience launching alongside the franchise's 20th anniversary celebration. Players will fight through escalating enemy attacks, either solo with an AI partner or in co-op, while Update 2.5 also brings gameplay improvements, balance changes, new maps, and a refreshed lobby for Company of Heroes 3. The developers have also confirmed that even more content, including a 6th Final Stand Battleground, will arrive in the major 3.0 update later this year. For anyone seeing it for the first time, Company of Heroes 3 Final Stand is a World War II survival-focused RTS, where each run challenges you to defend against increasingly difficult enemy waves. You'll unlock random units and abilities, face powerful bosses, and test your strategy across multiple maps and difficulty levels with plenty of replayability. Moduwar has received its biggest update yet, bringing a major expansion to the single-player campaign with 3 new story missions, 3 playable Modu factions, and 3 powerful new organs. The update also introduces new enemies, expanded human bases, full voice acting for the new campaign content, performance improvements, and a long list of quality-of-life upgrades, giving players plenty of fresh content to explore. Moduwar is a unique sci-fi RTS where your living creature grows by attaching, combining, or separating organs to create different combat strategies. Alongside the campaign, the new factions and organs are also available in skirmish and multiplayer, adding even more ways to experiment with different builds. Nightmare Frontier has officially reached version 1.0, ending its early access journey with a major update that expands both the story and gameplay. The full release introduces a rewritten campaign, new tactical mechanics, improved equipment management, visual upgrades, quality of life features, and plenty of balancing and polish. The developers have also shared a post-launch roadmap, confirming that more content is already planned. Nightmare Frontier is a tactical, turn-based extraction looter set in a dark alternate version of the early 1900s. You lead a group of scavengers into monster-filled streets, gather valuable resources, survive dangerous encounters, and escape before the growing nightmare overwhelms your team. Bolt Action has revealed its first in-development gameplay footage, giving players an early look at several of its core systems in action. While the visuals are still being refined, the developers are currently focused on polishing gameplay and gathering community feedback. The showcase highlights the game's battlefield mechanics and marks an important milestone as development continues toward release. Bolt Action is a World War II turn-based strategy game inspired by Warlord Games' tabletop rule set. It features a dynamic single-player campaign, skirmish battles, ranked multiplayer, and an army painter that lets players customize squads, weapons, and vehicles before heading into battle. Dawn of Defense has released a major demo update that completely overhauls its economy with 4 new resources: wood, food, iron, and stone. Players now build sawmills, quarries, mines, and windmills to support their armies, while the update also adds the Eoden Support Tower, a deeper combat system with armor and ward mechanics, and several gameplay improvements throughout the demo. Dawn of Defense is a fantasy RTS that combines base building, resource management, and tower defense. Players defend their stronghold against enemy waves, recruit armies, build powerful defenses, and gradually push forward to reclaim territory across connected islands. D.O.R.F continues to make steady progress following its successful Kickstarter campaign, with the developers focusing on major system redesigns, engine improvements, and expanding the team. Recent work includes logistics and base building overhauls, ongoing optimization through the move to Vulcan, and new hires for programming, animation, writing, audio, and map design. The team is also aiming to have a playable backer demo ready later this year. D.O.R.F is an old-school base-building RTS inspired by classics like Command & Conquer. It features 3 unique factions, large-scale battles, resource gathering, and distinct logistics systems, with each faction using its own approach to building bases and supplying armies. Global Conflagration's latest development update outlines a new direction for the project as the team prepares for its upcoming Kickstarter campaign. Instead of focusing only on a traditional RTS campaign, The developers are shifting toward a roguelite-inspired mode built around shorter, highly replayable battles. They also confirmed that the long-requested Harvester mode will arrive first as a test of the new system, while the campaign, skirmish, and PvP modes continue to make steady progress. For anyone new to it, Global Conflagration is a modern military RTS featuring 3 unique factions: base building, resource management, and large-scale battles. Players can customize their battle groups, fight across competitive skirmish maps, and eventually take on a story-driven campaign, with the new roguelite mode aiming to add even more replayability. Crimson Freedom's latest demo update focuses on improvements based directly on player feedback, making the RTS feel faster and more responsive. The patch brings major upgrades to pathfinding, unit movement, crowding, threat detection, and control responsiveness, alongside several quality-of-life features like grouped production buildings, rally points, idle builder selection, production refunds, and clearer visual effects for abilities and commands. Crimson Freedom is a grounded sci-fi RTS set on Mars in the 22nd century, where rival factions battle for control through base building, resource management, and tactical combat. The developers plan to expand it with a story-driven campaign, skirmish, and multiplayer, while continuing to refine the gameplay through community feedback. Battleplan's release has been pushed back to the third quarter of 2026 as the developers continue refining the game following another round of testing. The extra development time is being used to improve battle planning tools, expand army management options, fix bugs, and polish the interface, with a strong focus on making planning and controlling large formations more intuitive before launch. Battleplan is a World War II strategy game built around a unique planning system that lets players direct battles through detailed battle plans instead of constant micromanagement. Players command divisions, regiments, and battalions while adapting their strategy as battles unfold across the battlefield. Warzone 2100 has received another major community update, with version 4.7 introducing a redesigned online lobby, improved multiplayer connectivity, and a long list of stability improvements. The update also adds a classic campaign balance option inspired by the original release, a new soundtrack, Vulkan rendering enhancements, and several graphical fixes that continue to modernize the classic RTS. It is a classic sci-fi RTS where players build bases, research advanced technology, and customize combat units with different weapons, bodies, and propulsion systems. Its deep unit designer remains one of the series' most distinctive features and continues to inspire modern strategy games. Tempest Rising has officially revealed the Veti's Wrath, a brand new campaign expansion arriving later this year, and you can already try it through a free demo on Steam. The expansion adds 11 story missions where you'll command the Veti, while the faction itself will be available for free in skirmish and multiplayer for everyone who owns the base game. The demo also lets players try the first 2 Veti missions, along with content for the GDF and Tempest Dynasty factions. Tempest Rising is a modern RTS inspired by the genre's classics, combining base building, resource gathering, and large-scale tactical battles. Each faction has its own unique units, abilities, and playstyle, with the Veti introducing an entirely new roster, powerful support abilities, and a devastating superweapon. From Glory To Goo keeps building on its survival RTS formula, with another round of campaign improvements as the developers prepare the much larger 0.4 update. The latest patches rebalance several missions, improve pathfinding and base building, add quality-of-life features like placing structures through partial fog, and fix a wide range of community-reported issues. With 0.4 now in testing, even more content is on the way, including a brand new faction. From Glory To Goo is a sci-fi survival RTS, where you establish a colony on a dangerous alien planet while gathering resources, expanding your base, and defending against relentless enemy attacks. Each mission challenges you to balance growth, survival, and defense as the battlefield becomes increasingly hostile. Liquidation is almost ready for its early access launch, with the developers confirming an August 4, 2026 release date. Players will be able to jump into the first 6 missions of the story campaign, battle online and multiplayer, and choose from 3 unique factions, each with its own units, abilities, and playstyle. The team has also continued improving the game before launch, with requested features like a full keybinding editor, a detailed post-match debriefing screen, and replay support. Liquidation is a fantasy and sci-fi RTS that blends classic base building with heroes, powerful abilities, and equipment that can strengthen your forces. Whether you prefer the campaign, skirmish, or multiplayer, It aims to deliver a modern take on old-school real-time strategy. Veil of Ashes has reached a major milestone after signing with publisher Slytherin, giving the developers extra support as they continue working toward release. The latest showcase also revealed fresh gameplay footage, including the massive Seraph transporter airship, while the team confirmed that more details about upcoming features, hands-on opportunities, and future development will be shared in the months ahead. Veil of Ashes is a dark, steampunk, real-time tactics game where infantry, tanks, and colossal war machines battle across destructible environments. Alongside its single-player content, the developers are also planning multiplayer and skirmish modes for up to 8 players. Dinolords has shared a new monthly update, with the biggest focus being fog of war, level design, and new dinosaur-related details. The developers also showed fresh gameplay footage with bigger battles, more dinos, improved settlement building, and better animations, while the game continues moving through early development without a release date yet. Dinolords is a strange mix of RTS and action gameplay set in a world where Vikings fight alongside and against dinosaurs. It combines settlement building, exploration, and large-scale combat with a very unusual setting that keeps getting more detailed with each update. Steel Command recently showcased its new Creation Cube editor, a built-in tool that lets players create and customize their own maps using an easy-to-use 3D editing system. The developers are preparing for future playtests, while continuing work on the game's core mechanics, with a strong focus on expanding player-created content alongside the main RTS experience. Steel Command is an indie sci-fi RTS built around large-scale battles with heavy armored units and railgun-equipped vehicles. It features 3 asymmetrical factions: base building, resource harvesting, and power management, while putting the emphasis on long-term strategy and battlefield control instead of fast-paced micromanagement. Calyx continues expanding its Leviathan update with another round of improvements based on player feedback. The latest patches rebalance naval units, improve the new water maps, fix transport and pathfinding issues, add unique models for marine enemies, and deliver a wide range of gameplay, quality of life, and stability fixes. The developers are also continuing to polish the new naval content introduced in the update. Calyx is a sci-fi-based defense RTS where players build and expand a colony while surviving relentless alien attacks. The Leviathan update adds a new ocean biome, naval warfare, waterborne enemies, and powerful ships that open up new strategies across both the campaign and skirmish modes. Masada continues to make steady progress, with the solo developer recently showcasing an extended look at its space combat systems. The latest footage highlights full 3D ship movement, tactical sensor maps, fleet formations, subsystem targeting, and a detailed damage model where individual ship systems can be disabled during battle. Development also continues on the game's large open-world sandbox, where players will build and expand their fleets across a living galaxy. An open-world space RTS with RPG elements inspired by classics like Homeworld, instead of a mission-based campaign, it takes place in a persistent sandbox where trading, salvaging, crafting, exploration, and large-scale fleet battles all play a role in growing your fleet and shaping your own path. Zeta Leporis has received another round of updates focused on polishing the gameplay and improving multiplayer. The latest patch adds smoother camera controls with a new middle mouse panning option, improves localization across multiple languages, and fixes several interface issues. Earlier updates also improved unit targeting, resource collection, performance, multiplayer synchronization, and lobby stability as the solo developer continues refining the game. Zeta Leporis is a sci-fi RTS centered around starship combat, base building, and resource management. Players expand their fleet, gather resources, and battle across space while progressing through a technology tree. It also includes multiplayer support and a free demo for anyone who wants to try it. That's everything we have for today. Let me know in the comments which RTS you're most excited about, and don't forget to subscribe for more strategy game news. Thanks for watching.